Okay, can anyone hear me in chat here? Just before I start. Alright, nice. Alright, welcome everyone. This is the semifinal, I think, for the 24 Maverick tournament between fslynx and Luiz. This is the first game. And jumping in here into X2, it looks like Luiz has a half a stage lead on Lynx, so that's about a 40-second lead at the moment. And these are two top players. We got the 24 Maverick record holder versus the X1 through X3 Trilogy any percent record holder. fslynx has the record for completing all 3 games in succession in order from start to finish. So, 2 Titans going at it for the right to enter the finals and to face the winner of the other semifinal, which I even forgot who the other semifinal is, but this should be a good race. This is a best of 3. So we will see another hour and a half of gameplay after this, for sure. But it looks like Lynx is having some trouble with that Gator fight that we saw. And Luiz is already into the finishing up Flamestag. Looks like he may have even a larger lead than I thought. Looks like he may have about a couple-minute lead. So picking up where we are now, looks like Luiz is going to use the climbing, or he's going to do a partial climb here with Flamestag. He's going to damage boost into the wall to allow him to keep getting these shots on Flamestag without really risking a death. If you don't have the extra heart tanks as you normally do in any percent, you're at a slightly more risk of dying. So yeah, it looks like Luiz is a whole stage ahead of Lynx at this point in this first game. But we got at least the rest of X2 and X3 to deal with, so anything can happen between now and then. So Luiz is going to go to Moth next, which is following the weakness order. And those X-Hunters that teleport onto the map between stage selects, if you select a stage that contains a X-Hunter and then clear that stage without fighting them, they will teleport away for good. And you can't select the stage until all of the X-Hunters have teleported away or teleported to a new location. So the main objective is to get rid of those teleports as fast as possible. And going Moth 4th is the fastest way to do that. So Luiz taking down the first old robot here pretty easily. Let's see how Lynx does. Lynx is going to actually climb with Stag. So you see he's able to get these damage hits on Stag a little bit faster. And now he's got the fireballs, which is what you want to see. Because then that will give Stag his iframe reset, so it allows you to get hits a little bit faster. But Lynx is missing a couple of shots. But for the most part, looks like he took down Stag just about as fast as Luiz did. So I understand that Lynx died somewhere before I jumped in here. I'm under the assumption that that was in X1, potentially on Octo. I didn't quite see it. I was setting up. But a death now is really costly at this high level of play. So it's very important that our players play very accurately and try not to go overly aggressive. So Luis is already making quick work of Moth, as you see. So yeah, Lynx is just starting the same stage when Luis finishes it. So yeah, this is a pretty big lead for Luis right now. And Moth is the longest of all the Maverick stages. But it looks like Luis is showing no signs of slowing down. Not so good RNG there on Lynx's side. The old robot will do one more action before he sinks back to the ground, and he decided to do the worst option there in regards to time. So in X2, when you get the burner, it all comes down to burner management because since you only have the charge weapon upgrade, you don't have the helmet, or you don't have complete armor, so you don't get any weapon energy bonuses. So you really have to manage your energy in Centipede and in Moth. But after that, it really doesn't matter because burner isn't used that much elsewhere. Luis is going to go for the Silk Shot kill. In any percent, you normally do this stage before you get the Silk Shot, so you don't have the Silk Shot for the easy one-hit kill. But in 24 Mavericks, you do, so it's just like doing the old Ostrich Turd route in X2 80%, where you just avoid the Silk Shot. And what you notice, he didn't have the Silk Shot out immediately, because once the Silk Shot is out, if you enter a screen transition, the Silk Shot instantly disembarks from the busters. So you wait until you get inside the fight, then switch to Silk Shot, and then it'll come out immediately. And the Silk Shot actually causes lag when it forms on X's Buster. So you release the Charge Shot as soon as you swap to Silk, and it instantly fires the Silk Shot with no lag. And now we're coming up on the Centipede fight, and Luis does not get the Tailspin immediately. So now he has to kind of manipulate Centipede to jump to the bottom half of the screen. You see Luis is staying up on the top half of the room. So if Centipede is on the top, he's going to jump, and he'll stay to the bottom. Okay, so we may see a jump from Centipede, so Luis is going to go right to the wall, and that keeps Centipede on the floor. But now he has to watch for low HP, so he doesn't die. Centipede can deal a lot of damage, so he's already down to 4. If he touches Centipede, he can die, but Centipede is already at low HP, where you can use 2 charged Silk Shots to finish him off. Ooh, Lynx. Ooh, Lynx had a execution there. It accidentally shot that Silk Shot. He had to wait to recharge it. So you see, Lynx is going to deploy the Silk Shot here, and then let go at point-blank range, and it instantly kills the chop register. So Lynx avoiding the alarms. If you touch any of those alarms on that vertical section, it makes these falling blobs of cement, or if you want to call it that, they'll fall faster, and that can hamper your progress. And there's also some radars that appear in that large room. If you get caught by any of them, they not only examine you, which costs time, but it also makes the Raider Killer much stronger. It'll get additional attacks. Ooh, Luis gets the shot skip, and he gets the mini-boss skip there in Snail. So Luis is going to have an easy time here at the end of Snail. Let's see how Centipede goes for Lynx. Looks like Lynx starts off with the same pattern, and you see, okay. So you see, if Centipede has got that one attack, not the tailspin, but the attack before, he doesn't get knocked out of his attack. Ooh, Lynx has to be careful. Okay. That tail can circle around, and you have to either slide on the wall to kind of move it so that it doesn't get in your way. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Lynx accidentally hit the wheel and couldn't get off of the weapon to despawn it. Luis gets the quick kill on Snail. So Luis is heading into, I think, probably the shortest stage. Ostrich, not very long. You're just taking the rod chaser all the way to the end of the stage. Lynx also gets the mini boss skip. Lynx is climbing up the ladder just a little bit, just so that he doesn't get pinched by the large crystal. If you are on the ladder at the very low part, and that large crystal touches you as it moves, it crushes you, technically. Basically, what happens if the game can't zip you, it thinks you're trapped, so it crushes you, which is kind of unfortunate. If that ever happens. It has happened, I think, once in this tournament. So Lynx goes for the quick kill on Snail. Basically what he does, he's going to stun Snail with Buster Shots, and then once he gets enough damage, he'll hit him with Magnet, and then he'll finish him off with a Charge Magnet, which he can keep on top of Snail as he keeps taking damage. And this prevents Snail from really retaliating, so it's a pretty safe fight. Meanwhile, Luis gets the kill on Ostrich. So it's just like the Spark and Angel fight in X1 for the Ostrich in X2. You hit him with the Crystal Hunter, and then you hit him again while he's frozen. And every time Ostrich gets hit with the Crystal Hunter, he always jumps to the air. And then when Ostrich reaches the peak of his jump, he has an iframe reset. So you're able to get a hit before and after the iframe reset quick damage. Ooh, Luis accidentally touched the wall there and lost his dash speed. Okay, but he manages to get on the floor before the submarine came out. And the beauty of using the speed burner in the water there, since you fall a little slower in the water, you're able to take advantage of that burner speed a lot longer when you use it in the air. Because the speed burner propels you at double the speed of your dash. So we'll see on Lynx's side how he does the Ostrich fight. He freezes him. And then he wants to do a dash lemon for 2 damage before the iframe reset, and then quickly swap one button over to the Crystal Hunter for 3 more. But sometimes your R button doesn't take, or whatever button you use to swap to Crystal with. Now for Crab on Luis's side, you just simply keep the wheels on top of Bubble Crab as much as possible. Because if you're above Crab, he's going to try to just he's going to cancel whatever move he's under, and he's going to try to jump up and hit you with his claws. So it's an easy way of manipulating him to get as much damage as possible with little or no resistance. And Luis is setting up for X3. The 30-second delay between games still applies. So you can see on Lynx's side, he's got that burner speed. He activated the burner before that large gate opened, and now he's able to fall down to the bottom of the sea while in burner speed. It's important not to touch any walls while you've got that extra speed advantage. Once you do, you lose it. Oh, that health refill kind of got in the way of Lynx's muscle memory, I'm sure. But since you don't have any armor, you got to be very careful not to take too much damage, because Crab can deal a lot. See, Lynx is very careful not to die again. Louise is getting ready to finish off Mac here. So Louise has finished off Mo the Giant. So yeah, it looks like we're at a minute and 40-second lead, if my math is correct. So Louise going into Buffalo following the low percent Maverick route for X3. Louise with a basically perfect first part of Buffalo. Louise didn't get the 7-pixel wall kick there that he wanted, but he gets the last one. So Louise, as we've seen, will not pick up the air dash boots. I don't suppose Lynx will either, but we'll see. So the CFO has to be done a little differently here when you don't have the dash boots. So you see Louise is dashing on the floor and then walking forward. So whenever you're in the air, whenever Buffalo's AI tells him to do a move, he just goes right back into the opposite wall. So you can easily kind of keep him stunned, and he shouldn't be a problem. So the ladders in X3 are much larger than what you've seen in X1 and X2. So getting these gap jumps through the ladders are actually pretty easy. And there's pretty much an easy setup to get each and every one of them. So it'd be very rare to see someone not get a gap jump. But if they don't get a gap jump, then they just grab the ladder and climb just so they don't fall back down. Oh, Lynx is going for the air dash boots. Okay. I thought maybe he knew how to do low percent, but maybe I'm wrong. But air dash does make a couple areas a little easier. And Luiz gets a great kill on the mini boss and seahorse. So you'll see Lynx will have an easier time. He'll be able to air dash in the air as he goes toward Buffalo. Ooh, he didn't get it. But that keeps X air in the air long enough for Buffalo to be going into the wall. Oh no, that's unfortunate for Lynx, man. But he did die at the start of the fight, so at least it wasn't at the end. Oh, Luiz ran out of ice and didn't get the 2 cycles, so he had to charge up the Buster. Luckily, Seahorse only had 2 HP left. If you mash too soon when you try to mash all the ice in Seahorse's non-existent iframes, they don't count. So yeah, it looks like we're about at least almost, I would say, about 2.5 minutes apart now. That death was pretty costly. So Luiz has this lengthy cutscene he's got to get through. And then Lynx is just starting Seahorse. So now Bit and Bite are going to appear randomly in the next 6 stages. Bit will appear somewhere in the next 3 stages, and then Bite will appear any time in the last 3. So now now Luiz has to prepare for the possibility of the Bit fight in any of those large boss rooms that he went through in Buffalo and Seahorse. So Luiz doesn't have a Charge Buster ready just because of the strat that you use for Bit, which he shows up here. He's going to start with a 1 lemon for 1 damage, and then follow up with his actual weakness for 10 hits for 3 damage, and then finish off with a lemon. You do not want to land the final hit with their actual weakness, otherwise it triggers the explosion sequence, and it's about 15 seconds of time loss. Because since you're not fighting the Doppler stages, there's no reason to destroy them or anything. Oh, Luiz gets the boulder skip. If you keep moving and you could time your dash jump at the right spot, you can actually jump under that boulder. It's a pretty tight window. Wow, what a bonk. That's a new strat, I'm pretty sure. Where you just stand in front of the tank and let the tank come to you, and then as you damage, you air dash into it, and then you're riding on the base of the tank as it goes back to its neutral position, and you're able to get some hits. And Luiz has probably one of the sickest mashes in all of Mega Man X speedrunning. I'd say probably Crystal Unclear is like his only mashing rival. It's pretty ridiculous. So the strat here for Rano, when Rano gets close to low HP, he's going to try to land an acid hit and then air dash into the wall above him, but I don't think Luis was able to do it. But usually when Rano gets hit with an acid in the... oh yes, Darko and Colonel Fatso, of course. But one bonk is extremely, like, really, really fast. But the acid there, if Rano takes a couple of extra hits in the desperation phase, he'll charge across the room, but if you stick to the same side of the room that Rano's on, he won't. He'll just dash into the wall, and that'll save a couple of seconds. Oh, didn't get that strat. Oh, but he does get the glitch. That's a funny glitch. If you hit that little Cry Blaster with the drill, and then you spawn the elevator while it's got his, I guess, electrocuted animation, it transfers it over to the elevator. So Lynx has got the frost shield out. Not only does it one-shot those drill wings, but whenever you kill an enemy that is touching the ground or the ceiling, you get a guaranteed health refill. So in a stage like Rano, where you take a lot of damage, it's pretty helpful to have that weapon to get you some refill, because you don't want to die in a stage like Rano. So for Catfish here, Luis is going to keep hitting Catfish with Buster Charges until he gets him under or right at 16 health, and then hopefully Catfish will keep jumping. He's going to bait him to jump into the corner like this. And then, okay, that's a good attack. We want Catfish to do that attack because that keeps him out of the desperation a little bit longer. And getting a 2 drill is really good. The less drills, the better. Because once Catfish gets that jolt in the middle of the screen, you're forced to finish off the fight with drills.
Looks like I got here just in time for the good stuff. Welcome. Hello, everybody. It's a little unorthodox, I admit, but you know, I'm sure Justin Incredible's been doing a fine job. How are you doing?
Never seen a 2 drill, Strasser says. You should see a one drill and a 0 drill. Yours truly has a video of each. I'm doing pretty good. Got in here. I didn't even know this match was rescheduled. I must have missed the announcement.
Yeah, this whole thing has been a little delayed in general, trying to get this second semi-final match off. The winner, of course, will face Nero in the finals.
Oh, Nero's already advanced?
Yes.
I must have missed that.
Yeah, he defeated Colonel Fatso 2-0.
Oh, no game 4. Dang.
So, yeah, it looks like here Luis is running at a pretty decent pace for himself.
Yeah, Lynx sadly has died, I think, a couple of times already.
Oh.
So it looks like Luis is going to have an easy 1-0 start to this semi-final.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing, you know, like those little deaths, even if you don't think they're that significant or you don't think you lose that much time. And at this stage, it means everything because of the quality of your opponent.
Even if both players don't have any deaths, just even execution and boss RNG can decide the victor. Yeah. Oh wow! Look at the map. Man, Luis gets like a 2/3 of Crawfish's health in that first cycle of the triad. That's just how good Luis mashing is. Like it's nearly unrivaled. Like I mentioned, it's so good. Like
you blink and it's over.
Yeah, normally people get at least half, but not like almost 2/3. I think the task gets like almost. I think the task may get a 1 cycle Crawfish. That's just how close he is to task level. I mean, it makes my mind melt every time I see it.
We verified he's a human, right?
Yeah, he's human. Just superhuman. Oh, nice strat from Luis, using 2 acid shots to take out that dragonfly. So he doesn't have to worry about the dragonfly getting out of the way. He just kills it on his way up.
Yeah, that can be tricky because you know, it's fairly precise platforming as it is. So anything you can do to speed that up or take some of the guesswork. Well, he didn't. Okay, he's human. He didn't get a 1 cycle there with,
Yeah, 1 cycle is still possible without the dash boots. It's just a little more difficult.
Yeah. I know Luis didn't opt for the boots. Did fslynx go for them? For the boots?
Yeah, Lynx got the boots.
Okay.
So Luis is fighting Bite. Same idea. Only with the drills, they actually stay out for a lot longer and they actually get multiple hits. So each drill can get 4 hits. So what he does here at the end, he overlaps 2 drills so that when the first drill expires, the second drill is still staying out for additional hits. And then when that drill expires, he's left with 1 HP, and Luis can just simply buster cancel and finish him off with the lemon.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a scary strat Luis just did. Using the drill to deactivate those Munchers iframes so that he can dash through them. Those Munchers, if you get hit, deal 8 damage. And when you're going into this Tiger fight, it's scary, a fight with low HP already.
Yeah. It's close. All these fights are close quarters as it is. These Mavericks do enormous amounts of damage, and you don't. And with close range fights, you need to be very careful.
So Tiger is staying on the wall here for Luis, and that's actually okay going into this low HP for Tiger, because then, as you see, Luis can swap over to the spinning blade safely and take out Tiger without getting him into his invincibility charge. And using the low percent route, this is one of the few times you actually have Tiger's true weakness to use. And all the other routes, or all the other categories of X3, you do not normally have that weapon to use. So yeah, Lynx is just now starting Tiger, and Luis is already on Beetle. So we have an easily, I think, a 2.5 minute difference.
Yeah, they're about a full Maverick ahead.
And Luis has already fought Bite, so he's just going to get a pass through these remaining large boss rooms.
Yeah.
So, as you see with Lynx there, he had the air dash. That makes the 1 cycle Worm Seeker kill a little easier, because the air dash will keep him in the air a little bit longer to get those extra hits.
Give yourself a little bit of a little bit of margin for error. Not much, but enough to make it work.
And Luis gets these low percent-esque walk iceless kicks. Like they're so free. Like the spacing and positioning has to be pretty accurate.
Yeah.
And he hit them all first try.
Like if you can execute, I would say if you execute those correctly, this is where it really can offset the time you'd spend going for the dash boots.
Yeah. Ooh, I think Lynx missed a drill. Did he? I think he missed the drill. Yeah. Oh, okay, that was close. Lynx almost got touched.
He's having no problems with Gravity Beetle.
Yeah, just mocking him as he slowly drains his life. Oh, there's that hit I was talking about.
Yep. There it is. Oof, that's rough.
Yeah, Lynx. I think Lynx can take one hit from a Ray Splasher shot, but anything else, he's dead.
Yeah.
So this fight is going to be really touch and go for him. So if Tiger just stays there on the floor and doesn't go to the wall, Lynx should have this in the bag. But when he goes to the wall like that, things get a little bit more hostile.
It's like...
So yeah, the objective is to stay as far away from Tiger as possible.
Doing a good job.
Oh man, he missed swap to Frost Shield, but luckily he was already committed to going to the wall. So okay, good.
Had to go very defensive in that fight, but did a very good job executing overall.
And we missed Luis's iceless kicks in the Hornet stage. But yeah, that Tiger fight was a little bit pressure right there for Lynx.
Yeah, really.
I think Lynx is just trying to warm up for game 2. I think he knows that he's lost this one.
Yeah.
I hate that section in Beetle right there.
It's like that's a good thing about this best of 3 is if you know what mistakes you made in game 1 and those mistakes are easily corrected, it kind of gives you a little bit of confidence, especially if you go into game 2 knowing that, okay, I did all these things really well, it's just those little things I have to fix. Who knows, maybe
I think the little things was just the 2 deaths. I didn't see the Octo death. I don't know if that one was avoidable or not.
Ooh.
But if you're not comfortable with the bootless jumps for Lynx, just up dash.
Yeah.
And with that, Luis is going to finish up with a mid 103.
Nicely done indeed. Yeah, finishes with an official SRL time of 103.24. GG to LuizMiguel.
Let me see if I can even bring up the channel. Let's see. Probably not. Probably have to wait. Yeah. Probably have to wait for the next race channel to get in.
So yeah, so he takes a 1-0 lead in this best of 3. All 3 matches are scheduled to run consecutively, so we're going to go straight on through. So if you enjoyed match 1, get ready for more Mega Man X, because it's going to be here all day, or as long as this takes.
So Lynx is just starting Hornet. Like I said, this is probably a good time for him to get some last-minute practice before the next game. So we have at least another hour and 10 minutes of 24 Maverick action.
Yeah, absolutely. Make a Satterman day like that.
So while Lynx finishes up, I'm going to take a small pause and we'll prepare for the next match, or the next game.
The home stretch for Lynx. Take care of Blast Hornet. Should be a fairly simple fight for him.
Yeah, it's been mentioned many times, but Spinning Blade is a much better weapon to use in regards to speed compared to his true weakness. And a 107.05 from Lynx with 2 deaths.
So that will do it for Game 1 officially. Game 2 should be officially scheduled to start at 11:30 Eastern. Though, who knows if they're ready to roll? I don't think there's going to be any objections. But they will probably take a few minutes to sort of gather themselves and take care of business and then get back to it. So get out your GGs if you haven't already, and we're gonna get ready for Game 2 shortly. As stated, the winner of this match will face Nero in the finals.
Yeah, is the finals a best of 3, or is they going to do that at best of 5? I didn't even get
I think it's best of 3, best of 5. That's like 5. That's like 5-6 hours.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm aware, I believe it is best of 3.
Yeah, I would imagine for practical sense, it'd probably be best of 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I know...
Yeah, best of 3.
Yeah, I remember the Mega Man 2 tournament was a best of 5 for the finals, but that's because it's also a 35, 30 minute game.
Yes, it's a shorter...
Yeah, MMX who's running this tournament points out correctly in chat. Yeah, too many implications, and we have a lot of very tired, exhausted people.
Yeah.
Say nothing of us. I mean, good lord. But the gamers, man, it's like, that's quite a marathon.
So I think we're waiting for the race channel to get set up for the next game, and we'll have the second match. Yeah, but it looks like Luis is showing no signs of slowing down for anybody.
Yeah,
it's just not going to happen.
He has the record, correct?
He has the 24 Maverick record, yes. He also has the X3 any percent and low percent records as well. So, yeah, X3 is definitely Luiz's strongest of all the games, but he's still strong regardless.
Yeah.
Not to say Luiz isn't strong in the others, but, you know,
Right.
of all of the three, Luiz is most lethal in X3.
Which I suppose is probably advantageous because from what I've seen and heard, X3 is generally the weakest for a lot of players, or it's definitely not their strongest point, and having something you excel at going down the stretch can be a real morale boost.
Yeah, but fslynx does have the Trilogy 80% record. That's including the final stages as well. So both are definitely capable of playing their most optimal.
Oh yeah, no question.
I'm waiting for the I think the race channel to get set up, and I think we'll be ready to start. I think our players are taking a small break. They know they probably got at least another 2 hours of this at worst.
Yeah.